Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cranbourne East Secondary Podcast. This is term 3 of 2021. You got myself, Mr. L.
Yep, and me, Mr. Young.
And we have a special guest today.
And me, Mr. Shmerling. How we doing?
Awesome. Mr. Shmerling, for those listeners or viewers who haven't had the opportunity, the wonderful grace of having you as the teacher before.
Definitely
Grace.
a privilege. It's definitely a privilege.
Yeah. What subjects have you taught? What are you teaching this year anyway?
It's a privilege to be taught by me, as some would say. Not many. PE and health, obviously. Outdoor ed in this year, but in the past I've taught a variety of other subjects. Oh, and P2S, sorry. Taught a variety of subjects. You know, we're talking digital technology.
Yeah.
I've taught year 8 maths before as well. So yeah, trick of all trades, really.
Yeah, trick of all trades. And I also remember, because before you became like a permanent teacher here, you also like CRT here for a bit, weren't you?
Yeah, I did. A year before I started here, actually, I was a CRT for a little bit. Just I did about 2 weeks once, like 2 weeks on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Variety of subjects there, I guess.
Yeah, there was. I think I did English once. I have taught ceramics here actually as a CRT, well, not as a CRT, as a cover. Just the what was it? Second last week of term. Last term I did ceramics. So I've done it all.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, ceramics. I actually didn't know that we had ceramics, did we?
It's a year 9 elective.
So we're using clay, but there's no heating kiln required.
No, I think.
Do we have a kiln?
We have a kiln.
Oh,
we have
really?
a kiln. I mean,
I think we do.
In my experience teaching ceramics, we do have a kiln.
I was assumed so.
We've got it all. We've got paint as well. We can paint them afterwards. Incredible. Varnish,
It must be around the corner of the ceramics room.
It is. It's in the back room.
No wonder why. Okay, it's
Very
hidden.
hard to steal as well, so we've still got it here, which is good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Too heavy to pick up.
Yeah. So this year, Mr. Shmerling is in the Year 9 team together with Mr. Young, and that's how they know each other really well. But in the past, Mr. Shmerling and I, we've shared 2 offices together as well.
Yeah.
The first year was when we had, we were both in the Year 8 team together.
2017,
I
when I
believe-
first came.
yes.
Yeah, 2017.
And Mr. Shmerling was sitting across from me.
I was. I wore a hat every day as well.
And I'll bring that back up in a bit for a reason.
God.
And then we were also leading together in Year 10.
2019.
Yeah.
A year and a half later.
I know,
crazy,
right?
Crazy times.
Yeah.
Time just flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bit of hesitation there.
Yeah,
Light
no.
hesitation.
Well, I had fun with these gentlemen work-wise.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Yeah, and I mean, the Year 10s that we had back then, the Year 12s.
Current Year 12s,
Yeah, they're about to
crazy.
graduate.
They were actually the first cohort when I first came to the school in 2017. They were in Year 8.
No,
So they're the only cohort I've known. Well, I've seen the whole way through. Yeah,
Same, yeah.
So it's a pretty big thing. I'm happy that I'm here this year and seeing them go through Year 12.
Oh,
very,
yeah,
very
definitely.
happy.
I'll miss
Honoured.
them. Yeah, I'll miss them.
Yeah, I will a little bit. One or two of them. One or two. I won't mention names, obviously.
So the whole reason I actually wanted to bring back up our first initial meeting, was because there was this little inside joke that was happening in the office at the time. And so I wanted to bring this back up, and I want to see if you remember this, all right?
Oh, God.
Now, previously, just before we click the record button, we did mention how Mr. Shmerling can talk about everything and anything.
Yeah, it's true. It's
I will
scary.
put that to the test.
Oh, no.
So, what I have here,
no.
and feel free to contribute, Mr. Young,
Yeah.
and I'll contribute as well.
I'm a bit worried.
No, don't worry, it's all good.
worried.
We're going to play a mini game, and it's going to be called How Good Is.
That's true.
Blank,
Yes.
right?
All right, good.
Because in the first year, we,
I remember this now. Yeah.
Mr. Shmerling was such a positive person. He was just like, everything was amazing to him. Every morning he'd come in, it's a brand new thing. Hey guys, how good is blank? And it could be
Yeah.
anything.
It was random.
Exactly. So,
How times have changed, eh?
I've got, we'll try to do minimum 3. We'll see how time goes, all right?
Right.
Topics. And then we want you to either say, nope, no good.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Or, oh, dude, it's so good.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Okay.
All right, or any other option in between.
How good?
Yeah, or
okay.
how good. Okay. So, first one. Pineapples on pizza.
Oh, how good. How good is pineapple on a pizza?
Oh,
Absolutely.
I love
So good.
My
pineapple.
Italian mates would not be happy, but absolutely.
But
My
like-
brother-in-law's completely against it.
That
Yeah.
hint of sweetness in something like this completely
Absolutely.
salty.
Yeah, sweet and sour.
Nothing better than a
Yeah.
good supreme pizza with everything on it except for seafood, because really anchovies doesn't belong
Oh,
on a
I
pizza.
like seafood, but not anchovies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. I don't mind tiger prawns on
A
it.
little bit of prawn, but if you
yeah.
can stay away, you can stay away. Anchovies makes the pizza salty. Makes no sense. Doesn't actually belong on a pizza. Pineapple, however, in this country, absolutely. I've been to the Middle East. I've been to Europe. I've been to the States. Not one place over there has it on there. But here, absolutely, and Italy, don't even ask them.
Oh yeah, of course.
They will look at you and nearly slap you, but don't. Like
Yeah.
here, absolutely.
Actually, speaking of that, that reminds me of there's this popular TikTok person at the moment. I don't know what you call him, TikToker or
Influencer?
Influencer?
Influencers is quite broad, but yeah, they're famous because they themselves aren't Italian, but their fiance is. So he's
Right.
Italian, and so she would do things that annoys him on purpose. So like one day she would like order a pizza and there's like pineapple on it, and you see him she just loses it, absolutely loses it. And one of my most favorite ones was when she was like, "Oh, how much pasta do you want?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I want a certain amount." She grabs the pasta, she snaps it in half, and she chucks it in. And it was like, "Mamma mia, babe, what are you doing?" And she-
Mamma mia!
Yeah, he'd be like,
Oh,
yeah.
I actually break pasta like that. I'm making pasta tonight for dinner. I break pasta because I like having more in the pot. And maybe because I'm a pig. And I feel like if you break the pasta, there's double the amount in there. I break in three sometimes if I'm a pig.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow, you can check my lunch and we'll take a photo. And you watch. There'll be short pasta pieces like this big instead of this big.
Like, I'm not Korean or anything, but like this whole like Korean culture thing where it's like the length of the noodle you make
Yeah.
symbolizes your lifespan.
Oh god.
So it's like they're not allowed to like cut the noodles because it's like cutting their
really?
lifespan in half.
Oh god.
Like people look here like
I'm just like, give me more.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it kind of the opposite way. I'm like, well, I'm cutting it. However, I'm extending because I'm having more in
true,
there. I'm
true,
adding
true.
more to my life.
Well, the way I see it is I can see the logic behind snapping it because it's like you never have a pot that
It can't fit in
really
a pot.
fully fit
It
in,
can't
right?
fit in a pot.
And so I'm
what
worried.
pots are you guys using?
Not big enough ones, obviously.
I use frying pans, but anyway, that's for another time.
Well, still, regardless, I find that most of the pots that I own anyway,
Yeah.
it's still a bit sticky, and I'm like, look, it's not going to be cooked evenly, right?
No, it's
so
not.
you need to like somehow shove it in. I don't know what you need to do, but yeah, that was the funniest one when she just snaps the pasta in front of me. And he just, oh my god, he's
How good is pasta? Anyway.
Yeah.
well, exactly
How good is
pasta,
How good is pasta?
Italian food. We love.
That's not
Yeah,
Italian either, though.
yeah.
I
How?
learned that the hard way when I was in Italy.
Yeah, shouldn't be doing
Story
that.
for another time.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, second one. How good are showers in the morning?
Oh, how good. Every morning.
Really?
Every morning. I can't start the day. I can't get up because I feel exhausted. Like after the Euros on Monday morning, I got up and I was exhausted, but I got up and I showered straight away and I felt
And
better.
devastated.
Yeah, well, I'm not English, but you
Yeah.
know, I support the English leagues and I
Yeah.
support all these players. And I'm a bit disappointed with what's happened afterwards.
Oh yeah,
mate.
of course.
It's very
The
disappointing.
racist tax.
It's not right.
Yeah.
No, people should be able to live in harmony. So
Yeah, definitely.
not good enough.
But showers in the morning. You're a morning.
Oh, every
shower person?
morning. Every morning.
Definitely a morning shower.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm an evening shower person.
See, my partner, she's an evening person as well. She's like, I shower at night. I was like, well, why?
Well-
Because we're going to be cleaned when you get into bed. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Well, for me, it also just gives me more time in the morning. Well, I do live further. Maybe that's why. So for me, it's like time that I really can't. I wouldn't say waste, but I can't give up because I need to make my coffee.
See, I don't do any of the coffee
Yeah.
or breakfast. I go literally bed, undress as I'm walking to the bathroom, throwing everything back on my bed, straight into the shower,
Yeah.
back out, change, and I'm out within 20-25 minutes. So for me, it's as simple as up, in, out, shower, out, change, out. 20-25 minutes.
Although there is this challenge that has been going around doing cold showers in the morning. So that's the thing.
I'm
So-
not psychotic though.
Yeah,
I
so
can't
that's the
do
thing.
that.
So there's this like 30-day challenge thing where it's like trying to push people out of their comfort zones. And so one of the
Right.
things is every morning you have to take a cold shower where you can't even turn the heat side on at all.
Right.
And so they're saying using that to train your brain to kind of be like, if there's things that you don't like or are uncomfortable with, to push yourself to
Right.
still do it. So, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
imagine a cold shower.
I know
ever.
people who do. I know some people do it because there's like health effects of it.
So I've
it's
heard,
like,
so I've
it's
heard.
apparently supposed to-
After sport or gym, it's absolutely a cold shower or an ice bath or something like that really important. But to wake you up in the morning.
No, but apparently it also increases your metabolism after a while.
So here, yeah.
Look, I agree. That's great. If you look at me right now, I don't need to increase my metabolism. I need to decrease that so I don't eat as much.
Like,
Increased metabolism meaning that
I'm eating more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because my body's actually being able to adjust and actually digest food a lot quicker. And I'm hungry in like an hour. I don't need to eat every hour. Should be the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I need to eat as less as I'm going. COVID was not nice to my body. Stopped going to the gym. I barely go for a run. I've gone back. And the time, and you guys, you might notice, I went for a run, just like a month ago. I thought I'll run leading up to a football game I'll play on a Monday night. Yeah, that was great. I tore my hamstring. It's a grade 2.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
So-
this in the office.
So, I couldn't walk the next day. That was a Monday night. I wasn't at school on the Tuesday because I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I had to get myself from my place, which is near Chadstone, to Richmond, where my physio is. And I'm driving, and I'm sitting there like driving normally, and all I'm feeling is my hamstring, like a numbing pain, probably at about an 8 out of 10 as I'm driving, and I can't move it.
Yeah.
So running, it could be overrated after that. But yeah, tearing that hamstring, a grade 2, it's an 8-week injury. So that was fun.
The reason that we remember it so well was because you were meant to record with us that day.
I was supposed to come in on that day.
And then we've had to postpone it till now, so you get
couldn't actually walk. I couldn't walk. It was, and you saw me walking in the next day.
I did. I wouldn't really call it walking.
It was stumbling.
Yeah,
And
it was
without
a
me
bit
physically
risky.
falling. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Football, it's a great sport. Just don't play it.
So obviously,
Don't play it.
obviously you couldn't use your standing desk at that time. You had to.
I think standing was actually better than sitting because
Really?
the numbing pain when I'm putting the hamstring onto the seat, it hurt. So I think that day I was actually okay. I kept it active and I kept the blood flowing throughout the hamstring, which is good. It helps the recovery, but yeah, that hurts. I've never done one before. It was the worst hamstring I've ever done, and I've done injuries like what about fractured thumb, fractured ankles. So I've done both.
Ooh.
Concussion, where I got hit. I remember I got hit like I was going down for the ball, and I got hit, and from here to here, I just felt like a sort of sound.
Oh.
And I got up off the ground. I didn't lose consciousness. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, something doesn't feel right. And cheekbones started to flare up. I'm like, oh. And I got concussed in another game. So I've done hamstrings, I've done calves, fractured ankles, thumbs, concussion. I think I retired 5 years ago. 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Why? I played 2 games.
Yeah.
First game, really good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Got in the best, kicked 4 goals. It was amazing. The last game was 2 weeks. It was a month ago where I did the hamstring, so I'm not playing ever again. I'm retired. It's on vision.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So you're saying that was the most painful injury you've done?
Oh, the most painful hamstring.
Hamstring injury.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the severity just actually wasn't that bad, but you're just getting old?
Yeah. You know what? As much as that's a great swipe. I'm 35 in August, so I'm 35 in a month. And it's probably the first time I've actually felt old. The very first time, because I never felt old. I thought like, oh yeah, I am indestructible. I can do this. And I think when I did the first ankle or calf or thumb, I was actually 25.
Yeah,
that was 10 years
exactly.
earlier. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be back in 6 or 7 weeks. And I know from this hamstring, I will never play again.
Yeah.
I'll play futsal. At like mixed futsal because it's not as hard.
Yep, not as full on.
It's more
intense.
fun.
Yeah.
It's more.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I'll do. Maybe a couple of games of basketball, but I'm never playing football ever again. I'll coach it, but I'll never play football ever again.
As long as you don't get too tempted. I had a mate that
Well-
once had an injury in his ankle and had to have like metal rods and everything.
Oh.
And he loved soccer, like he loved soccer
Yeah.
and futsal. And the doctor's like, you can't play ever again. Did he care?
No.
Nah.
Is he all right?
He's all right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that game I played a month ago, it was because I got tempted 4 weeks earlier or before the lockdown because I was the runner for this thirds team just to help them out against my old club.
Yeah.
And then I worked out there playing another night game against my old club, and I'm like, I have to play this.
Yeah.
I have to play it. But it was one of the dumbest things I've done football-wise. And
Yeah.
done some silly things on that field. I got once caught. Can I put this on camera? You might be able to take it out. We were playing against Parkdale Football Club, and I was not very good. I'm very good up here, and skills very good, but on the field, I'm not that good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was on the bench of this quarter, and one of our guys was tagging. Do you know what tagging means? Like following around another player. So pretty much wherever that player goes, he follows them.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, I need a break. Schmells, come on.
Yeah.
So I went on and I started following this guy. Now, bear in mind, I was probably 27. I was skinnier than what I am now, but not by much.
Yeah.
And this guy was a big, stocky, bald guy with tattoos everywhere. He looked like a bikie, and I was petrified.
Yep.
So I went to tag him, and I got caught punching him, and he turns to me. Like, I went like this, like under a cheeky. And he turns to me and goes, if you try and punch me one more time. I sprinted off. Just sprinted as far as I could. It was just like a couple of cheeky kidney ones, and I got caught.
Yeah.
And he goes, you try, and I didn't even listen to the end of the sentence. I was petrified. I just started sprinting the opposite way. I'm like, kind of like Speedy Gonzalez, straight off the other way. I'm not going to get touched.
No, that's fine. That can be fine to
That was scary. That was
can be fine to
scariest on-field moment ever.
There you go.
My 20-year career. That was the scariest moment because I started it.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't punch anyone.
Hopefully that taught you a lesson. Yeah.
Never touched anyone ever again.
Okay. So, looking at time, we can probably do one more. We can
Okay.
do one more. How good is cereal, but
Ooh.
for any time of the day?
Oh, how good.
Yeah.
How good. What cereal though?
Oh, see, that's what I think. I think
Yeah.
that's the more important question, isn't it?
It depends. It's like, I'm hungry. I don't want to eat dinner because it's probably too early. It's past lunch.
Yeah.
I could do a snack.
Yeah.
I got Milo cereal in the cupboard.
Yeah.
2 and 2 together.
You have-
And there's no cleaning involved apart from a bowl.
Wait, is the best one you've had Milo?
Oh, as a kid or just in general?
In general.
I do like Special K.
Yeah.
That is very good.
yeah,
I don't mind combining cereals. So rice bubbles with, I haven't had this before, but
Connoisseur.
it'd be amazing. Absolutely. Rice bubbles with Milo would be elite because the Milo gives you like a chocolate milk afterwards. Like a Milo milk. It's actually really good. Cocoa Pops is really good. Rice bubbles I was a big fan of growing up as well.
Wait, didn't they make like Cocoa Pops but like chocolate as well?
Yeah,
Cocoa Pops is
it's
chocolate.
Oh no, they got a vanilla
so it's
one
like
now.
so it's like rice puff.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking rice bubbles, not Cocoa Pops. Rice bubbles with Milo cereal.
Yeah.
That's where it's
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
Or cornflakes. Actually, I got another use for cornflakes. Ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Ice cream.
Milo sprinkled on top.
Okay, yeah.
Cornflakes on top for the crunch.
You're
welcome.
Especially if they're the honey glazed ones, right?
Oh, whatever. As long as you got the crunch, it's fine.
Yeah.
This is a really informative podcast.
Of course.
We're doing some learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's
Never
up.
tried
It's
that.
Cinnamon.
Imagine
Toast,
like
no.
a cinnamon roll, but in cereal, like that
Oh,
flavor, but
like a
cereal.
cinnamon donut.
No, like kind of like like Cinnabuns, where it's
Yeah.
like you have a like cinnamon swirl with like the vanilla icing on top
But in cereal form.
in cereal form.
So they've.
It sounds like diabetes in a bowl.
It is.
Yeah,
but
it
it's so
really
good.
is.
But then it's like like even with just any type of milk you just pour it on, it like stays crunchy throughout the whole thing. It doesn't get
Oh,
soggy
yeah.
at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that cereal's problem. Even with Milo cereal, it can get soggy if you leave it there
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
That's why I've moved on to raisin toast. I've moved on to.
Is this the age? Is this the age? coming in?
It must be the age because like I've moved on to raisin. I mean, bear in mind, and for people at home, I still have a box of Milo cereal at home,
As you should.
as I should.
Yeah.
And I think I bought what's the other one? Sultana brand. I do like Sultana brand.
Yeah. It's.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
And cornflakes and
Yeah.
wheat Bix only if I want to be healthy,
True.
which haven't been for at least 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like there's this. I think it was definitely I was a lot younger. So in my younger days, obviously, you go for the more sweet options compared to now, right? What I would prefer, but I remember as
Fruit
a-
Loops.
I actually
Fruit
never got to the Fruit Loops.
Mum was like, only if you're good. I'm like, wow, I'm going to be good for the next month.
That's not even the worst one. Frosted Flakes.
"Oh, so
That's an American one, isn't it?
I think so. It's the one like the blue one with the tiger on it, and
Yeah,
it's like cornflakes
American.
but like covered in
I think you
powdered
can get
sugar.
them here now."
Yeah, it's here now,
Yeah.
but it's an American. I remember when I've been to the States twice, and I remember seeing that at the CBS, or CBS is Canadian.
Tony the Tiger.
CBS is American. It's
Yeah.
it's like their version of. They've got 7-Eleven over there, but it's like their version of like a corner convenience, and it's massive. CBS, and you can buy everything from there. And it's you've got the Frosty Flakes,
Frosted Flakes, I think.
Frosted Flakes. You
I
can,
think frosted.
I think you can
Yeah.
get them from Costco as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not healthy kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Fruit Loops for me was like I never liked artificial fruit flavor. I don't know why. Just So for
But
me,
Fruit Loops though.
yeah.
Did Fruit Loops even have a flavor that was like fruit
Yeah,
flavor?
sugar.
Sugar. Yeah, they're all
Sugar.
Yeah,
Sugar.
it's like a science experiment that we do. It's technically they probably are all the same flavors, just that the coloration makes you think it's a different flavor. Yeah.
I know I'm eating lime, but that's because it's a green Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
But it's not lime.
Yeah.
It's just a green Fruit Loop with lots of sugar on the outside.
You're just lying to yourself.
Just
Yeah.
lying. I mean, I've known for a long time I don't have great teeth, and I'm going to bring it back to when I was a child and Mum bought Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Although I had to be good to get it, so it's my own fault. Really, my own fault.
I don't know.
But how good?
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I was younger, I remember there's these chocolate pillows. It's like they're like your normal cereal on the outside, but then on the inside, there's like a little bit of like oozing chocolate that comes out per chocolate.
What was that called? They don't have that.
Hershey's. I think it,
Could be Hershey's may have done it as well, but it definitely wasn't Hershey's.
There's like a
back then.
fruit sort of one that got at the moment, which I do like.
yes.
It's $4 a box.
I love the
At,
fruit ones as well.
Safeway.
Yeah.
Woolies.
Woolies.
I call it Safeway. I'm never
Yeah.
calling it Woolies.
Yeah.
the OG.
Yeah.
What?
The
OG.
original.
The original. Oh, that was
He
my
doesn't know
first
what
job.
OG means. He's 35. Always a
Hey.
boomer.
Actually, 21 years ago from my birthday, I was 14. Oh, sorry, not from my birthday, but anyway, 14 and 7 months. So before the 14 9 months, I think it's 15 now. The age to get a job. Anyway, 14 and 7 months, I had to get a written note from my mum saying that I was allowed to work, and I got a job at Safeway, my very first job, with my sister, my older sister, at the Safeway up the road.
Yeah.
The worst Safeway in Victoria. Now it's the second worst because they actually redid it.
Yeah.
And that was my first job. So supermarket. I started off putting things on shelves. What are they called? Grocery boy.
Stop.
And I did that for about 8 months, right? And this is no word of like 8 months, and then I stopped getting shifts. The guy that was doing the shifts did not like me for some odd reason. He was a really weird dude. His name was Kevin. Really weird dude. Just didn't really give me any sort of guidance or anything like that. And then 8 months went past, and I got a call from the store manager randomly on a Sunday. Hey, Michael, do you want to work today? I thought I quit. He goes, oh no, you're still on the books. So I say, can I call you back? He goes, yeah. So run upstairs to my parents. I was 15 at this time, so 7 months afterwards. My parents go, they just offered me a shift. They go, where? I said, Safeway. They go, but you quit. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
So I rang them back, accepted the shift. It was a Sunday. So back then it was time and a double time, wasn't it? Time and a half, double time?
Double time.
So I'm like, brilliant. And back then I was only on a measly $12 an hour. So really there was not much there. So for me to get $25, $26, I was, as a 15-year-old, I was loving it.
Oh, yeah.
So I did the shift and I spoke to them and I started getting shifts. I was a checkout boy from then on.
Oh.
Yeah, so I started in the bakery/grocery. We didn't have a bakery, just putting out the bread on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And then I became a checkout boy for the next year and a half. So I was there for just until I was 17, and then I went to Hoyt Cinemas.
I'm assuming Kevin must have left then.
Kevin did. No one liked him.
Okay.
No one liked him. He was a very strange robot sort of guy. Just was like this, and he had a really deep voice. And did you do this? No, I didn't. And he just didn't like you.
Yeah.
He actually hired me as well, so I have no idea. Him and someone else hired me, so I was a bit surprised.
Okay.
Anyway.
And then after Hoyt's, that's when you went to Adidas afterwards?
Hoyt's till I was 20. No, then I actually went to a pokies joint. And I worked behind the bar in a pokies joint for about 2.5 months, and I hated it there. And I remember I was turning 21, so this is 2007. I was turning 21 in 2007, and I remember as a present, my auntie bought me a trip to Queensland.
Oh.
So I was staying with my uncle and auntie up in Queensland, and I told them it was like a last minute thing. So I'm like, the shifts are already out, but I'm like, well, I can't turn this down. The flights are here. They said, that's fine. You just get someone else to cover it. So I got 2 or 3 people to cover these 4 shifts.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get a call up in Queensland. I look at the number. I'm like, oh, okay, hello. Hey, where are you?
Yeah.
I'm Sanctuary Cove on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, your shift started 15 minutes ago. I said, this person's covering it. Anyway, that person never rocked up. They blamed me. I never got another shift there ever again.
Wow.
And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? Like,
Yeah.
I've done everything. And then when I go afterwards, how old was I? 2007. I forgot where I worked after that.
Oh, long time ago.
Yeah, I've worked at a few
Very
places.
long time ago.
Yeah.
14 years. half of the school that's listening up weren't even born. So
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
fine.
True.
Before we move on to a new topic, I just want to throw back to one really, really big debate that I had between me and my student.
Yes.
Cereal, then milk? Or
I was about
milk,
to bring
then
that up.
Yeah.
I was about to bring that up. You brought it
Cereal,
up for me.
then milk.
Cereal, then milk?
Cereal, then milk.
What were you?
I'm cereal, then milk.
I'm cereal then milk,
Yeah.
but I married someone who's milk then cereal.
That's weird, isn't it? Because it doesn't sink in. You want
Exactly,
the
it
milk to go
doesn't
over the
sink in,
top.
You don't
right?
know how
You
much
know-
cereal you need.
Yeah, exactly. But
I mean, she loves milk though, doesn't she?
yeah, she does.
Yeah, she
but the thing is, after I started seeing it, trying it a bit more I could kind of start seeing where she's coming from a bit more.
What's her rationale behind this?
So it stays crunchier for longer and it's less soggy. Because let's say you put the whole thing that is all cereal, then you put the milk. Then by the time you eat the top surface, that's still crunchy. The bottom one would have soaked for so long. So if you want the perfect cereal, I still technically think you got to do it a bit at a time, which is going to be annoying.
If you're having Milo cereal though, does the chocolate milk still form if it's on top?
Yeah, probably not. But then again, we don't really have like chocolate flavored stuff.
Well, you got to try
Yeah.
Milo cereal.
I mean, of course, I used to.
Only on sale when it's $4.
I used to. That's why, as younger, I put chocolate, or Cocoa Puffs, or Cocoa Pops, whatever. Has chocolate.
Cocoa Puffs is the home brand version of Cocoa Pops. That's actually a
Oh,
real
really?
thing.
That's such a thing?
It's actually a real thing. Yeah, it's either American or
Yeah.
like the black and gold brand or the home brand of.
So
Safeway
if there's
Cocoa
any
Pops.
sort of chocolate coating, then 100% cereal and then milk, so you let it dissolve
that makes sense.
But if it's like Sultana brand special occasions, I might actually do a bit of milk and a bit of cereal, eat it all up first, like if I have all the time in the world, and then pour a bit more.
How big's your bowl?
And then, I like big bowls of cereal.
Here's a salad bowl. Just sits there with a big salad bowl with like a soup ladle. Just eats it with a ladle.
Exactly.
But then it becomes like, if it's getting soggy, is it just that because you're not eating it fast?
Oh, it's got to be.
Well,
Don't blame the other way.
wait,
Neil.
okay, it's
gotta
not
be
that
just
I'm not
slow
eating it fast enough. It's called I'm savoring it.
Okay.
You gotta savor it, man.
This should be a great radio topic. I don't know why you don't hear more of this on radio.
Exactly.
You should. You absolutely should.
Or-
It's like a Seinfeld episode right here.
Yeah, exactly. Just anything. It's about
I feel like that show is way too old for the current demographic.
Oh yeah, they
of this
wouldn't
show.
know. They wouldn't know.
One of the best shows ever made, and it's so relatable to today. It's unbelievable. It's made in the late 80s, early 90s.
The only cast
maybe
member
later.
that they would have seen recently is
Is it
Julia. Yeah.
Yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Dreyfus in
V?
no, which
She got nominated for an Emmy, didn't she? The other
Falcon and Winter Soldier. She came in as a lawyer. Yeah, she came in as a lawyer to defend.
All the older generations from Arrested Development.
Yep.
Such a good show.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah. Well, different generations. It's all good.
Yep.
Which brings us actually to talking about shows now.
Yes.
The recommended shows. So hopefully, I don't know about the two of you, but school holidays, I caught up on quite a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Well, more like because of Mr. Young, I started watching a new show actually.
That's where you get. You've had the time. You've got the
Yeah.
holidays to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What show?
Okay, so my recommended show is the show I introduced to Mr. Learn on my new TV. Check
On
the
my
age
new
rating.
TV.
Yeah,
Definitely check the
new TV.
age rating for the show.
Check the age rating because you'll know it's inappropriate.
Which means they're definitely going to watch it.
Probably.
I reckon a
watch
lot
it.
of kids already probably actually do watch it.
So,
Vampire Diaries.
no.
No. It's a bad time.
Gossip Girl. No, okay.
Sex and the City.
No, it is Rick and Morty. So Rick and Morty.
They're not going to be able to watch that.
No, they're not.
They're not going to be.
But like,
Yeah.
check. It depends on who's watching.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah,
check
sure,
the age rating.
Yeah.
She's going on.
Season 5 is
She took
actually
my show.
coming up.
Yeah, so I need to find a new show. But go on. Yeah.
I took your show. I told you I was gonna do the show.
I forgot. Okay, but keep going.
Okay, so season 5's come out. It's up to like episode 4 by the time we're filming this. It's always good for a good gag. If you're doing something like, I don't know, cooking or like doing work, watching the show.
Something in the background to have on. Yeah.
But like you'll always like find a way to laugh from this show, like even if you're just listening in.
I'm actually worried about him because
Don't worry.
he's only got the one streaming app on his phone, which says to me he's only got the one streaming app.
No. I'm just on my phone. That's the only one I have.
I'm fortunate. I pay for Netflix at home.
Yeah.
My housemate pays for KO, which is the sport, which is brilliant. I love KO. If you don't have KO, it's all the Foxtel channels for sport plus all the other stuff all on one app. It's amazing.
Just deleted it off my TV.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We've got my friend's Stan account.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's Amazon Prime account. My sister's Disney account. My sister did have the Wrestling Network, so we used to have that too. And I'm about to get Apple TV off my uncle, which I've heard there's a couple of good shows on there. Since lockdown last year, 2020's lockdown, I started watching The Office back to back, the American. I watched tried to watch an episode of the UK after starting the American. I couldn't do it, but I love the American one. I think that's one thing I've been watching back to back to back. And an old show before you guys were even born, before I was born, I've been watching a lot of Cheers.
Ah,
Watching a lot of Cheers.
I remember it being on TV.
It was a
after
terrific
school.
show. Yeah, it's a great show. But no, it's all about The Office
Yep.
for me. I'm loving Steve Carell. Was there Michael Scott?
Yep.
Not Steve Carell. Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute.
Yeah.
And Jim annoys me a little bit, but I do find him a bit funny. But
Jim
Dwight's amazing.
Good old Jim and Pam, one of his best romance stories.
Dwight's amazing.
Yeah.
The best I can't stop watching. There's a clip on YouTube. Maybe you can put it in.
Yeah.
It's when Jim and Pam are getting married.
Yeah.
And they do the wedding dance up the aisle.
Yeah.
That is, I think it's a 3 or 4 minute video on
Yeah.
YouTube. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I can find that clip. Yeah, definitely. I've seen
So
it before.
good.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You just see him just dancing like
Yeah.
this, and it's very, very funny.
Yeah.
And I think, what's his name? Kevin, the big guy. He's normally bald, so
Yeah.
we've got something in common. But he actually put a wig on in this.
Yeah.
And then his shoes were that smelly, the hotel staff threw his wedding shoes out.
Yeah.
So he goes to the wedding in tissue boxes. It's so funny. Anyway, definitely watch it. It's on YouTube. Just type in The Office Wedding Dance, and it's there. It's so good.
Yep. The show I would actually recommend, like, I don't normally watch anime as much anymore because of how, I just don't have time to watch that much. But over the school holidays, a few mates have recommended one called Ragnarok Record to me. So I will give you a general,
Is it on Netflix?
Netflix. It is on Netflix. I'll give you a little synopsis. You definitely should check the rating because I think it can be a bit gory, this one. Because it's like a tournament battle style. So what happens is, give very short synopsis. It's another 1,000 years of humanity has gone by. All the gods of every single culture, nation, religion. So you got the Norse gods, Indian gods, the Greek gods, every single god, right? They all come together and they discuss whether or not humanity needs to be wiped out and restarted, right? So pretty much everyone's like, humanity is horrible, pollution, they infighting, they need to be wiped out. And then there's this one Valkyrie from the Norse gods that came along. And then they were like, you know what? Let's give humans one final chance. Let's do Operation Ragnarok, which is like a tournament. So the gods nominate one person, and then the humans nominate any human from history. So, for example, they got like one episode was like Jack the Ripper, and then they fight it out in a tournament, and then whoever gets the most wins will have their way. So, yeah, that's the one I'll recommend, but it's quite gory.
I might have a look at that tonight.
It sounds gory.
Yeah.
It sounds quite gory.
Just the matchups are interesting. That's the whole reason why I like watching it. It's like, oh, this person was like a famous Japanese samurai back in the whatever period, and this god is like versing like Zeus. And it's and they find,
surely Zeus wins that.
well, they find ways to make it
Surely
interesting. They find ways.
Is it in English?
You can turn on English subtitles, or if it's on Netflix, surely there might be.
I think so.
That
Check
should
it.
be done.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just found it was like, it's not that amazing, the storyline and the fighting, but I just like seeing the matchups. It's like Nikola Tesla as one of the people, and he's like versing like Shiva. It's like, what? And Hercules.
I wouldn't mind seeing something along the lines of Cleopatra. This is like Mike Tyson. Just get it. Let's add something that's so old versus something that's it's on the way out to being old, but something like that. And just
see, that's like the whole reason I want to watch, just to see the matchups.
it'd be funny.
Cool.
It'd be funny.
All right. Thank you so much for your time,
That's
Mr.
all right.
Shmerling, today.
No, thank
Hopefully you enjoyed the How Good Is little segment.
Oh, how good is this podcast? Make sure you watch
thank you.
every week.
Thank you so
every
much.
week. When's it come out? Every week.
Yeah, start it every week.
Every week.
Yeah, start it every week. So yeah, definitely if you've got any feedback for us or any suggested guests, let us know in the Google Forms. But until then, we'll see you all around school. Make sure you say hi to Mr. Shmerling when you see him, whether he's on yard duty, even if you haven't had him before.
Got a bright pink vest if I'm on yard.
Exactly.
I stand out.
You'll see him.
Absolutely.
You certainly do stand out.
I try to. I mean, I want to make sure I'm, seen.
Yeah.
Heard.
All right. Awesome. We'll see you all next time then. Thanks so much, everyone.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.